The Tale of Twins Emma and Olivia. Childhood Adventures. Chapter 1. Childhood Adventures. Emma and Olivia were born on a warm, sunny day in May, just a few minutes apart. From the start, everyone marveled at their striking resemblance: blonde curls, sparkling blue eyes, and bright smiles. However, there was something that set them apart. Olivia, the younger by just minutes, had a unique radiance. Her golden curls seemed to catch the light in a way that made them shimmer, and her bright blue eyes held a captivating sparkle that was hard to ignore. She had an effortless charm that drew people in, making her stand out just a little more. Emma, on the other hand, was beautiful in her own right, but in a softer, more delicate way. Her beauty was less about standing out and more about subtle grace, like a quiet, elegant flower that didn't seek attention, but caught your eye with its gentle allure. While others often remarked on Olivia's undeniable beauty, those who took the time to see Emma's quiet charm found themselves equally enchanted. Though they were nearly identical, this small difference in appearance would quietly shape their childhood and influence the dynamics of their close-knit relationship in ways neither could have imagined. But for Emma and Olivia, these differences were never a point of contention. Instead, they were simply two halves of a whole, each complementing the other in their own unique way. As they grew up side by side, they remained inseparable, unaware of how this delicate balance would be both their greatest strength and their most complex challenge. Growing up, the twins did everything together. They had the same curly blonde hair, the same sparkling blue eyes, and even the same taste in clothes. Their favorite outfits were matching pink dresses with white ribbons. Whether they were playing in the park, painting pictures, or riding their bicycles, Emma and Olivia were always side by side. As they got older, they developed a secret language that only they understood. It was a mix of giggles, whispers, and funny sounds. This secret language allowed them to communicate without anyone else knowing what they were saying. Their parents would often find them laughing hysterically, even though no one else knew what the joke was. Chapter 2. Dreaming Big. As they entered their teenage years, Emma and Olivia started to think about their futures. They both had big dreams, but surprisingly, their dreams were different. Emma wanted to become a famous fashion designer, creating beautiful clothes for people all around the world. She loved sketching dresses, mixing colors, and experimenting with fabrics. Olivia, on the other hand, dreamed of becoming a renowned chef. She spent hours in the kitchen trying out new recipes and perfecting her cooking skills. Despite their different dreams, they always supported each other. Emma would design clothes for Olivia to wear, and Olivia would cook delicious meals for Emma to enjoy while she worked on her designs. They promised each other that no matter what happened, they would always be there for one another. Chapter 4. The Boyfriend Dilemma. When the twins turned 16, they met a boy named Jack. Jack was kind, funny, and charming, and to their surprise, both Emma and Olivia developed a crush on him. This was the first time they had ever liked the same person, and it caused a bit of tension between them. At first, they tried to ignore their feelings, not wanting to hurt each other. But as time went on, it became clear that Jack liked both of them too. He would often spend time with both sisters, enjoying their company and appreciating their individual talents. This led to many arguments between Emma and Olivia. They had never fought like this before, and it was difficult for them to handle. They would argue about who Jack liked more, who got to spend more time with them, and even who looked better in certain outfits. Their parents noticed the tension and tried to help, but the twins were stubborn and refused to listen. Chapter 5. A decision is made. One day, after a particularly heated argument, Emma and Olivia sat down and had heart-to-heart. They realized that no boy was worth losing their special bond. They agreed that they wouldn't let Jack come between them, and they decided to talk to him together. When they told Jack how they felt, he was understanding. He admitted that he cared for both of them, but didn't want to ruin their relationship. They decided to remain friends, and Jack respected their decision. This experience brought Emma and Olivia even closer, teaching them the importance of communication and loyalty. Chapter 6. The World of Fashion and Food. As they grew older, Emma and Olivia continued to pursue their dreams. Emma enrolled in a prestigious fashion school, while Olivia attended a culinary academy. Despite being in different schools, they remained as close as ever. They would visit each other on weekends, with Emma bringing new clothes she had designed, and Olivia preparing gourmet meals. Emma's fashion career took off quickly. She started her own clothing line called Twins in Style, inspired by her bond with Olivia. Her designs were modern, chic, and loved by many. Olivia, on the other hand, became a well-known chef, opening her own restaurant called Twins Taste, where she served dishes inspired by her childhood and family traditions. The power of skincare and makeup. In their 20s, Emma and Olivia became more interested in skincare and makeup. They loved experimenting with different products and routines. Emma, with her fashion sense, was drawn to bold and colorful makeup looks, while Olivia preferred a more natural and subtle style. They would spend hours in their shared bathroom testing new skincare products and trying out different makeup looks. They became experts at applying makeup, often giving each other tips and tricks. Their friends would often come to them for advice, and they even started a YouTube channel called Twins Beauty, where they shared their skincare routines, makeup tutorials, and beauty secrets. Their channel quickly gained popularity, and they became influencers in the beauty industry. They were invited to events, sent free products to review, and even collaborated with big brands. Despite their success, they remained humble and always remembered to stay true to themselves and each other. The perfect morning routine. Emma and Olivia were known for their morning routine. They believed that how you started your day set the tone for everything that followed. They would wake up at 6 a.m. every day without fail. Their morning began with a quick workout, usually yoga or a jog around their neighborhood. Afterward, they would make a healthy breakfast, often a smoothie or avocado toast, something that fueled their busy days. Next came their skincare routine, which they took very seriously. They would cleanse, tone, and moisturize their skin, always using products that suited their skin types. Then came makeup, where they would take their time creating the perfect look for the day. After getting dressed, usually in clothes from Emma's latest collection, they would sit down with a cup of coffee and plan a day. This routine gave them a sense of structure and calm, allowing them to face whatever challenges came their way. The cozy room. The twins shared a large, cozy room filled with memories. Their room was painted a soft lavender, a color they both loved. On one side of the room was dedicated to Emma's fashion designs, with a large desk covered in sketches, fabrics and sewing supplies. The other side belonged to Olivia, with shelves full of cookbooks, spices, and kitchen gadgets. In the middle of the room, they had a large bed covered in fluffy pillows and a soft duvet. Above the bed hung a string of fairy lights, giving the room a warm and inviting glow. Their room was their sanctuary, a place where they could relax, dream, and create. They had a tradition of sitting on their bed every night before going to sleep, talking about their day, their dreams, and their future. This nightly ritual kept them connected no matter how busy their lives became. Friends and family. Despite their busy schedules, Emma and Olivia always made time for their friends and family. They had a close-knit group of friends who supported them in everything they did. They would often host dinner parties with Olivia cooking up a storm in the kitchen and Emma setting the table with her stylish designs. Their parents were incredibly proud of them and loved seeing how close they remained. They would often visit their parents on weekends, bringing gifts and sharing stories about their latest adventures. Family was everything to Emma and Olivia, and they made sure to always prioritize the people who mattered most. Chapter 10. The Future Ahead. As they entered their 30s, Emma and Olivia continued to thrive in their careers. They had achieved so much already, but they knew there was still more to come. They had big plans for the future, including expanding their businesses, traveling the world, and maybe even starting families of their own. But no matter where life took them, they knew one thing for sure. They would always have each other. Their bond, forged in childhood and strengthened through the years, was unbreakable. They were more than just sisters. They were best friends, business partners, and soulmates. And so, Emma and Olivia continued to write their story, filled with love, laughter, and endless possibilities. They knew that as long as they had each other, there was nothing they couldn't achieve. The first kiss and tears of joy. As the years went by, Emma and Olivia experienced their fair share of romances. After the situation with Jack, they were cautious about dating. However, when they met new people, they were open to the idea of love. Emma's first real relationship was a photographer named Daniel. He was artistic, kind, and shared Emma's passion for creativity. Their first kiss happened after one of Emma's fashion shows. Daniel had captured every moment with his camera, and as the night drew to a close, he walked Emma to her car under the soft glow of the streetlights. He leaned in and kissed her gently. Emma's heart raced, and for the first time in a long while, she felt the warmth of true affection. Olivia, on the other hand, met a charming man named Alex, a fellow chef who admired her culinary skills. Their first kiss took place in the kitchen of Olivia's restaurant after they had prepared a special dinner together. It was spontaneous, unexpected, and filled with passion. As their lips met, Olivia felt tears well up in her eyes, overwhelmed by the intense emotion she hadn't known she was capable of feeling. Both sisters shared these moments with each other, staying up late into the night, recounting every detail. They laughed, cried, and marveled at how far they had come since their teenage years. These experiences brought them even closer as they realized that while love was complicated, it was also incredibly beautiful. The Great Falling Out. Out. Despite their deep bond, there came a time when Emma and Olivia had a serious falling out. It started with a disagreement over their businesses. Emma was expanding her fashion line and wanted Olivia to provide exclusive meals for her events. Olivia, who was equally busy with her restaurant and a new cookbook she was writing, felt pressured and stressed. The tension built up over weeks, leading to a heated argument. They shouted at each other, saying things they didn't mean. Olivia accused Emma of being selfish, while Emma claimed Olivia didn't care about their partnership anymore. For the first time in years, they stopped talking. The silence between them was deafening, and both felt a deep sadness that they couldn't shake. During this time, they both realized how much they missed each other. Olivia found herself trying to cook Emma's favorite dishes, but couldn't bring herself to eat them without her sister. Emma, on the other hand, struggled to create new designs, feeling uninspired without Olivia's input. Finally, after weeks of silence, Olivia showed up at Emma's store with a plate of homemade cookies, Emma's favorite. With tears in her eyes, she apologized, and Emma, equally emotional, embraced her sister tightly. They both cried, their tears washing away the hurt and misunderstandings. They promised never to let anything come between them again. A dream house by the sea. After reconciling, Emma and Olivia decided to fulfill another dream they had shared since childhood, buying a house by the sea. They wanted a place where they could escape from the hustle and bustle of city life, a sanctuary where they could relax and be themselves. They found the perfect spot, a quaint cottage with a view of the ocean surrounded by lush gardens and a private beach. The house was everything they had imagined, with large windows that let in plenty of light, a cozy fireplace, and a spacious kitchen where Olivia could cook to her heart's content. Moving in was a joyous occasion. They spent weeks decorating the house together, combining Emma's love for modern design with Olivia's preference for rustic charm. The result was a perfect blend of their personalities, with every room telling a story of their journey together. In the evenings, they would sit on the porch, sipping tea and watching the sun set over the water. These moments were filled with peace and contentment, reminding them of how lucky they were to have each other. The struggles of success. As their careers flourished, Emma and Olivia faced new challenges. Success brought fame, but it also brought pressure. Emma was constantly in demand, with her designs featured in top fashion magazines and worn by celebrities. Olivia's restaurant became a hotspot, with reservations booked months in advance, and her cookbook became a bestseller. However, the demands of their careers began to take a toll on them. Emma found herself working late into the night, struggling to keep up with the fast-paced world of fashion. Olivia, too, felt the strain, as the pressure to maintain the restaurant's reputation and keep her customers happy became overwhelming. They began to feel disconnected, as their busy schedules left little time for each other. The once vibrant and lively conversations between them became brief and rushed. They missed the days when they could sit and talk for hours without worrying about the next deadline or appointment. Realizing the impact their careers were having on their relationship, they decided to take a step back and reevaluate their priorities. They hired more staff to help manage their businesses and made a pact to take regular breaks, ensuring they had time to relax and enjoy life. This decision was life-changing for them. It allowed them to reconnect with each other and with themselves. They started to appreciate the simple things in life again, like taking long walks on the beach, cooking together, and spending time with their friends and family. The Journey to Motherhood, Chapter 15. As they entered their 30s, both Emma and Olivia began to think about starting families of their own. The idea of motherhood excited them, but it also brought about new fears and uncertainties. They worried about how they would balance their careers with raising children and whether they would be good mothers. Emma was the first to get pregnant. She was overjoyed, but also nervous. Olivia was by her side every step of the way, attending doctor's appointments, helping her prepare the nursery, and offering words of comfort when Emma's anxiety surfaced. The bond between them grew even stronger during this time as they shared in the joy and anticipation of welcoming a new life into the world. When Emma's son Ethan was born, Olivia was the first to hold him after Emma. Tears streamed down her face as she looked at her nephew, overwhelmed with love and pride. Watching Emma become a mother was a beautiful experience, and it made Olivia even more eager to start her own family. A year later, Olivia too became pregnant. Her pregnancy was more challenging, with bouts of morning sickness and fatigue, but Emma was there to support her, just as Olivia had done for her. When Olivia gave birth to a baby girl named Sophie, the family felt complete. Raising their children together brought new challenges, but it also brought immense joy. They supported each other through sleepless nights, teething pains, and the endless worries that come with being a parent. Their children grew up more like siblings than cousins, and the twins loved watching them play together. Seeing reflections of themselves in the bond Ethan and Sophie shared. Reflections and legacy. As the years passed and their children grew up, Emma and Olivia found themselves reflecting on their lives. They had achieved so much: successful careers, beautiful families, and an unbreakable bond that had withstood the test of time. They often talked about how proud they were of each other and the life they had built together. They also began to think about their legacy and how they wanted to be remembered. Emma decided to start a mentorship program for young designers, wanting to give back to the industry that had given her so much. She also began writing a book about her journey in the fashion world, hoping to inspire others to follow their dreams. Olivia, too, wanted to leave a lasting impact. She started offering cooking classes to underprivileged children, teaching them the joy of cooking and the importance of healthy eating. She also began writing a second cookbook, this time focused on family recipes and the stories behind them. In their later years, Emma and Olivia continued to live their lives with the same passion and dedication they had always shown. They remained each other's biggest supporters, confidants, and best friends. Their children grew up, went off to college, and started families of their own, but the twins' bond never wavered. As they sat on the porch of their seaside home, watching the waves crash against the shore, they knew they had lived a full and meaningful life. They had faced challenges, experienced love and loss, but through it all, they had each other, and that, they knew, was the greatest gift of all. The real end. This expanded tale of Emma and Olivia is a celebration of life's complexities, of love, ambition, heartache, and triumph. It's a story that reminds us that while life is full of ups and downs, the bonds we share with those we love can carry us through anything. Emma and Olivia's journey is a testament to the enduring power of sisterhood, and their story will continue to inspire for generations to come. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our Storyflow channel for more interesting videos.